Hello there, and welcome to my channel, Novice Modelling and the Midlife Crisis. My name is Andy, and today we're going to be looking at the kits that I've managed to finish over the past 6 months. As if you are aware or are not aware, my channel was 12 months old yesterday on February the 17th. So I thought it'd be a jolly little jape just to go through these, and to help me along the way as I'm in the birthday spirit, I'm going to have this cupcake a little bit later on. But first off, we're going to open a can of Duff, made famous by, of course, that legend Homer Simpson, who, I don't mind adding, I actually model myself on the guy because he is an inspiration to all us men who sit at home and drink beer. So, cheers. Or as Homer would say, duh. Right, so first off, we've got the Italeri C47 Skytrain, which we completed in September the 22nd as part of a Operation Market Garden build that I did. You might notice normally we've got the spinny thing in front of us, and normally it spins the kits around in a nice circular fashion so you can have a look. Unfortunately, this cheap piece of Chinese garbage, yeah, kind of gave up on me yesterday, so we're not going to be using that anymore until we get another one, and hopefully a refund off Amazon for the aforementioned cheap piece of Chinese garbage. So this one we did in all over green. We tried for our first time some minor weathering in aluminium here just to simulate where the paint has worn off. So that was the first time we had a go at this, and I think this was actually the second time that I did a varnish on a kit, and it was around about this time that I decided that a gloss followed by a matte finish just ended up a little bit too shiny for me. So I'm currently using satin on satin or some variation of that. So that kit was finished on September 22nd. As part of the Operation Market Garden build, we also did, whoops, I've got to get the box out, this Italeri number 1356 AS51 Mark 1 Horsa, which actually came with a bunch of British paratroops, but we haven't actually done anything with those yet. And I was really happy with how this one came out. The D-Day stripes on it are decals, obviously. This kit is actually for the attack on Pegasus Bridge and is marked up as such, but obviously this particular aircraft would have been used during Operation Market Garden, so I kind of thought it was logical to make one of these. And this was probably the first time we actually had some success with using Humbrol Mascol as well. You can see we've actually lost one of these little portholes here, but I was quite happy with how this one turned out. And yeah, it was my second sort of biggish aircraft kit that we'd done. So yeah, I was kind of chuffed. Next on for my birthday, let's just get the box out, get rid of that one. Because my name is Fletcher, my surname, I decided to do this DD445 Fletcher US Navy destroyer by Tamiya in the 1/700 scale. Let's bring it a bit closer because it's a bit tiny. Now, officially, I never actually completed this kit because I wasn't really very happy with how the build was going, and I have to be honest, I just kind of abandoned it. But we will be back in September next year for a slightly larger version. I think it's a 1350 of the USS Fletcher, and hopefully the following year we'll be doing my rather huge, I can't remember who makes it, but it's a 1114 scale. So yeah, we're going to be going up in scale with these ships in the future. So that was that one. Next up, we started doing something that we called You Choose My Next Build, where we offer a load of kits from a certain nation or a certain type, and we chose the Finns for our first go at this. For some stupid reason, we decided we wanted to try and build 3 kits simultaneously. The first one that was completed on December the 20th was this Fokker D21 in Finnish colours. So that's that particular one there. I was pretty happy with how this came out. We didn't follow the camouflage on the box. We actually made this utilising some aftermarket decals because we wanted to do it up as a particular aircraft flown by a particular airman. I think this one was Gustav Magnusson. On December the 21st, we completed our Airfix. Oh, I keep on forgetting the box. Our Airfix G50 BIS. Again, this one was completed with alternate markings to the actual one in the box, and it was completed as per a particular airman whose name currently escapes me. So that one came out quite nice. There was a bit of a sticky mess on here from some masking tape I was using. Next up in our finish selection, we did a Kovazovadoi Postiyov. I'm getting the hang of saying that. Curtis Hawk H75A. Again, this was done up for a particular airman in the Finnish Air Force, but luckily the provided decals here were the exact ones that we wanted, including the aircraft numbers. So that's another one that we completed. I was quite happy with how this one came out. I seem to recall it was not the easiest kit to build, shall we say. So what did we do next? We did a Panzer III, which is this one here. And this was the Tamiya Ausf L, kit number 35215. We haven't got around to doing the figure yet. This was the first 135 scale armoured kit that we actually produced, and we tried some sort of pre-shading on the hull for this in black, grey and white, and we did get some colour variation out of it as well. This is where we are currently going to be doing it. All our armoured kits are going to have a trademark bucket hanging off them somewhere, which is kind of a nod and a wink in the direction of Oddball's Sherman from the amazing film Kelly's Heroes. So that was the next one. That was completed on January the 12th. Let's just get our next box out. The next one that we completed as part of another You Choose My Next build for a bunch of Swedish aircraft that we have was this Special Hobby 172 scale. What's the kit number on this one? SH72215 Saab J21A. And this one won the vote by, excuse me, a landslide, because obviously twin boom pusher aircraft are kind of sexy at the end of the day. So the other ones that were entered into the options to choose from didn't really stand a chance against this really nice looking kit. So where are we now? Next up, we started and completed our J's Model Kits Commonwealth Wirraway, kit number JY0120. And a lot of you probably aren't familiar with J's Model Kits if you haven't watched this channel very much. But these are actually affectionately known as garage kits from New Zealand, made by a kind of inspiring guy in the 1990s called Malcolm Laird, who built a injection moulding machine in his garage. They're kind of difficult to build. You need to put quite a bit of care and attention into refining the parts. But this one came out pretty good, I thought. So we've done this in Australian colours, as we built this one to be completed for January the 26th in time for Australia Day. So, g'day Australia. That's the one we built for you guys. Next up, completed, we stayed with the Kiwi Garage Kits by Malcolm Laird. Again, this one is a Tasman kit, and again needs quite a bit of a care and attention. And this one, yes, this is the recommended colours for this. There's been a lot of hilarity on different names for this. It's I think the ketchup and mustard, rhubarb and custard, blood and custard, but I named this the circus top finish. And this one was completed in time for New Zealand Day, which was February the 6th. And I gave a Oxford Airspeed Oxford Mark V away free to a lucky viewer in the States. After I'd built this one, that kit was kindly supplied by Jay's Hobby Kits. So we'll be doing some a few more kit giveaways on the channel, because I've got a couple of duplicates, and Jay's have also provided me with a few other kits to give away. So shout out there to John Stone of Jay's Model Kits. Next up, we completed this thing, which is a Tamiya 35065 Panther Panzerkampfwagen 5, and this was the second 135 kit that we managed to complete. I actually started building this in July and it was just hanging around. We had a bit of fun with some Play-Doh trying to do the camouflage markings on this, and again you can see my trademark bucket hanging off the Commander's cupola. Unfortunately we are not very good at doing tracks, and yes, we put some staples in them. But we did actually manage to bend and manipulate using fire the towing cables for the front and the rear. So I was kind of happy with sort of learning a couple of new things there as well. Incidentally, this has a red muzzle brake because quite obviously I managed to put the barrel on the wrong way round. And this is a little hint to myself to read the damn instructions next time we're building a kit. Next up came our IAR 80. Where is it? There it is. Early Gathering Storm 1941 by IBG Models 72564. This was again part of a You Choose My Next Build feature, where we put this one up against a whole bunch of other Romanian aircraft that I have in my collection. And this one again won by pretty much a landslide. It did take quite a long time to get this one finished, as I did have a few struggles with it and kind of half lost interest in it halfway through, which is kind of weird because it's a really cool looking aircraft at the end of the day, I think. And this one was completed on February the 13th. And the last kit that we have managed to complete, which we completed in time for birthday day, which was yesterday, was our Iron Maiden level 4 by Revell 132 scale Spitfire Mark II Aces High with Eddy figures. And this is obviously the first time we've had to go at building a large scale 132 aircraft, and it's also the first time we've had to go at building and painting figures for the first time in roughly 20 odd years. And I'm kind of happy with how the figures came out. There's one here and there's one in the cockpit flicking the Churchillian V sign. And I got to be honest with you, I was kind of happy with how this one came out. This was the first time we tried something called AK plastic putty for camouflage, which was pretty awesome. And we used pretty much all the paints provided that we could use from Revell in the kit. And we were really happy with how this came out and how the paints worked in the airbrush, etc, etc. So yeah, so we'll leave him here. We'll park him up against, let's see, this IAR 80, because I kind of like that one, and my mustard and custard Airspeed Oxford, and the J150, and I'll have another sip on my beer. And I'll say thank you very much to all you awesome viewers and contributors to the channel. There's the Panzer III. And we have been doing this for a year now. We started off in kind of thinking about building kits in December, Christmas 2023, which is when this one turned up under the Christmas tree. And we started, like I say, churning out videos about a month and a half, 2 months later. And currently we're up to, I think it's 482 videos on the channel. So I do churn videos out at quite an alarming and annoying pace. So I do apologise if you keep on getting notifications that Mad Fool from Novice Modelling in a Midlife Crisis has thrown another video at you. And we're going to try some new things in the up and coming months. And all I have to do now is to light my little birthday cupcake and blow out the candle. Thanks very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe. And as always, be seeing you. That's nice.